What is good, guys? This is Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with a Nekroz combo video. So some of you guys are seeing my test hands, my profile. Some of you guys have watched me on stream, and speaking of that, if you guys want to catch me on stream, head over to twitch.tv/team_COG. We're on the road to affiliate, and we're almost there, and you guys can watch me play this deck there. But some of you guys have watched me on Twitch, and you guys have asked me, like, what are some combos? And like, Nekroz is definitely a deck that has like, it's a 2 to 3 card combo deck, and they are like so many tons of lines. 2 to 3 cards get you to certain end boards, certain setups. 2 to 3 cards sometimes become 4 card, 5 cards. Like, it's just the amount of depth that the deck really has is truly insane. And I've decided to put together 3 combos for you today to showcase you stuff like that. I have a very standard one, which is a very go second combo in the sense, and then I have 2 combos that are more kind of like, maybe that might not be known, or not too, like, if you're just trying to learn the deck or something like that, you're not too fluent in. But before I continue on, guys, if you guys want to help us support the channel, you can do so by checking the links down in the description below. If you guys see any cards you want, use the TCG Player affiliate link. TCG Player affiliate link. There we go. Talking too fast. Use that link. A small revenue, a small portion of what you purchase on there gets a kickback to the channel, costing you nothing, which supports the channel directly. You guys can also head over to Twitch, give me a follow. We're almost to affiliate. All that stuff, hop on our streams. And if you guys enjoy the sleeves, the mat, the hat, well, not this hat, excuse me, but the sleeves and the mat, Imperium also makes hat. Imperium Duelist, proud sponsor of the channel. Use code TEAMCOG10 to get 10% off your orders there. And I've been using their products for years now, and I like them. I truly do. But to go ahead and jump into it, the first combo, guys, I'm not going to really have it sorted too much. It's just going to be right here. YuGiOh and Clauseless. So going second, this right here is a 2-card Trish, and that's kind of important because like these 2 cards right here can bait out. Your opponent has to respect Trish. Now again, if this right here, if your opponent Trish is very peculiar in what you have to have a card on field, grave, and hand in order for Trish to resolve. So do take that in mind. But going second, going into an established board, especially these decks nowadays, they always end on like 2 to 3 monsters. Some set back row. There's cards in their graveyard, and they have a card in their hand because they have a follow-up and stuff like that. So this combo is just like pretty much a cookie cutter combo for going second. So most people know this, but you're going to go ahead and start out by using YuGiOh to pitch YuGiOh to add yourself the Trishula here. And then you'll just go ahead and use Clauseless, pitching the Clauseless to go ahead and grab yourself Nekroz Mirror. In my list, currently, we're playing 1 Mirror because it's not the strongest. You just want to have it for the searchable reason. Kaleidoscope and Cycle are just better. But then you go ahead and you go Mirror, banish the YuGiOh and the Clauseless from your graveyard, because that's what Mirror lets you do, to summon out of the Trish. And then Trish lets you rip a card from hand, field, or graveyard. So there it is. That's the cookie cutter combo here that most people should know. I actually have the combos written over here, so if you guys see me looking over here, it's so I can remember what combos to do. But anyway, yeah, that's the most cookie cutting, refreshing combo I can think of if maybe you're like trying to like relearn the combos and stuff like that. Just these 2 cards equal Trish, and I know some people might not even notice that. It seems so self-explanatory, but if you're new to the deck and you just now picked it up, like, you need to know that these 2 cards equal Trish for sure. Now we'll quickly jump on into the next combo. All right, guys, so here's the next combo. This is like a very good combo in my opinion. It's a 2-card, a Reed Bear Unicorn combo. Your inboard will be those 2 cards. The Inception, or the Incantation Chalice Slime is very searchable in the deck via the, Preparation of Rites. So you technically are playing 4 copies of it. And this card right here is definitely a 1 of, but like it's such a good card, but it's so, you wouldn't want to play more of it. So it's like, this combo in a sense can be done if you open these 2, but there's also ways in which you can structure your turns to where you can get to this combo after you've already established something else. So it leads to further paths and further lines to do. But for the most part, we'll showcase you guys this. And I think this is kind of crazy. When it comes to combos and stuff like that, like if I'm not breaking even or coming out ahead, I don't really like it. I don't like combo lines that put you negative in card advantage and card resources. I do take note, we do have 3 more cards in our hand as well. But to start out the turn, guys, your guys are going to go ahead and go Chalice Slime, pitching Inception. You're going to go ahead and summon out. It doesn't matter which one you summon out first, because you're going to get them both. We're going to go ahead and summon out Talismandria. Talismandria is going to search and add you Unicorn. But you could also, if you want to deck thin a little bit more, you could go YuGiOh and then pitch YuGiOh to add Unicorn. So Unicorn is in the hand. We then will go ahead and use Incantation Inception's effect, pitching out the Chalice Slime from your hand. You have to pitch the Chalice Slime from your hand. You can't get rid of the Talismandria on field. And you're going to go ahead and summon out the Candle. It doesn't matter where Candle goes. Candle will then grab you Kaleidoscope right here. And then we're just going to go ahead and just fire off the Kaleidoscope, sending our Herald of the Arclight from our extra deck. There we go. To summon out Unicorn. Herald's effect will trigger, grabbing us Nekroz of a Reed Bear. My favorite Nekroz card so far. And then we go Inception, Ritual using the Talismandria and the Candle to summon out a Reed Bear. And just like that, with those two cards, guys, we were able to quickly obtain Unicorn and a Reed Bear. So what does this do? We have a monster effect negation, and we turn off their extra deck. And I think that's pretty good considering the two cards, right? So that means we have 3 other cards in our hand that we can potentially play around with. So like depending on what you're playing, if you're doing the Ruler or Ben 10 variant, you could potentially have 2 more monsters than normal summon. I have definitely found that prioritizing Ruler over Unicorn is better because, yes, Unicorn stops them from using their extra deck monsters, but it doesn't stop them. It's not like as strong as a Floodgate. Like this will do the job in some cases, but most of the time they literally can just, the most times the player will go, their mind goes like, so like primitive Yu-Gi-Oh once they read Unicorn. So they're like, I gotta throw all this resources into making a monster big enough to crack over a Unicorn. And sometimes you don't have Valk to be able to protect that. Sometimes you just you lose the Unicorn. Whereas if you were actually to make and put out Vanity Ruler, they couldn't make a monster big enough to plow Vanity Ruler. It puts the opponent on, you better have Imperm, Droplets, Dark Ruler, etc. But anyway, that's what these 2 cards get you. For sure gets you to a Reed Bear and Unicorn. And like I said, this is nothing like I am consistently able to put this up. And this is what I want my turn 1 inboard to look like at a bare minimum. Like what would make this better is if I've Zavorged my opponent already, or if I'm playing the Vanity stuff, having Vanity Ruler out here in conjunction, either have all 3 or have Unicorn, Vanity Ruler, Reed Bear, one of those like iterations there. But anyway, that is it for combo number 2. We're quickly going to go on to combo number 3, which in my opinion, guys, combo number 3 has like tons of open road and tons of like avenues to go. But I'm going to show you like one of the lines I like to do when this kind of comes up. And again, it's going to show like everything's so consistent in the deck. So like you're going to have the ability to get it. So like just do keep that in mind. I guess this one's a little bit less as consistent because it's playing a card we don't like get access to right away, but you guys will see. You guys will get to see it. All right, guys, so here we go. Combo number 3, the final combo for this Nekroz. Like I said, there's tons of them. I literally could sit down and probably write line after line after line after line of like the type of combo lines to do, but this is another going first combo. What this combo is going to get you is a 3-card combo, and it gets you a draw 2 plus and a Reed Bear. And so what's that? That just is open-ended in a way, but you do for sure get a draw 2, which could draw you into side deck cards, extenders, and you get the Reed Bear, which is a huge 3300 monster negation. Now, this combo is consistent in the sense of you play technically 6 copies of Brionek. You also play 4 copies of Chalice Slime. If you happen to open, like Colossalus plus like Unicorn, because technically you do play like copies of Unicorn as well, 6 copies of Unicorn, you potentially get to any one of these missing cards by going Kaleidoscope, summon Unicorn, Herald grabs you the missing piece, right? So like there's just tons of consistent routes to do this. But anyway, I digress. We don't really get to see Valk draw too much anymore, so this is why I kind of like this combo line, just because you get to utilize the Hulk. But without further ado, you're going to activate Chalice Slime, pitching the Chalice Slime to go ahead and summon out the so unfortunate Candle that lights the way. And you're going to use Candle's effect. You can add Cycle or Kaleidoscope. Do not add Mirror. You just can't add Mirror in this scenario here. So we're going to go ahead and use Brionek to pitch it here to grab ourselves Shuret. The boy that was banned. So we're going to grab Shuret. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and fire off the Nekroz Cycle using the Shuret in our hand to summon out Valkyris. Now that's going to trigger the Shuret, since Shuret was tributed, and we get to add ourselves a warrior monster. So you could potentially add Trish if you're going second here, but since this is a going first test hand, test combo, we're going to go ahead and grab a Reed Bear. Now, what you do is you go ahead and you use Valk's effect, tribute itself, and the Candle to draw 2. So you just draw 2. It doesn't really matter what you draw. Now, if you did happen to draw Unicorn, you could use Unicorn to pitch to add back the Valk, add back the Brio, add back, you have to add back the Valk here. You'd want to add back Valk so you have the protection during the battle phase. But anyway, you're then going to go ahead and use the Cycle You can banish either. You can't just don't banish Shearet here. You can banish either one of them. So we'll just go ahead and banish Valk to go ahead and search us the Nekroz Mirror right here. And then you go ahead and you fire off the Nekroz Mirror, banishing the Shearet from the grave, which a lot of people seem to forget. They just think that it can count as the full tribute from hand, but no, that's not how it works. So you banish the Shearet and you summon out a Reed Bear. So again, right here, we end on a Reed Bear. We got to draw 2, and we still have technically, I believe, 2 other cards in hand. So we'll have 4 cards in hand. So we're practically, we broke even in this combo line. We just practically got a Reed Bear out for free. Now again, we drew Clauseless. So if we drew Unicorn, if you opened Unicorn, stuff like that, you'd been able to get to a little bit more. But anyway, in this hand, this isn't that bad considering we don't know what our other 2 cards are. But for the most part, we ended up getting to 2 interruptions, and it only took us 3 cards to get there, I guess. But the reason I value this is because of the draw Valk, because you draw Valk, like, searching is one thing, but drawing can be anything. So again, if this happened to be like a hand trap or anything like that, we made it, right? If this right here, like, I mean, even now, well, technically already used that, so you just have to change your turn a little bit better. You'd probably use Kaleidoscope to try and summon out the Valk. And then you can use this if you drew something else to grab the cycle, if you play the Ben 10 route and stuff like that. But anyway, guys, that is it for the combos. Again, like just 3 short and simple combos. The only way I can recommend you guys to learn combos in depth is to just hit the deck hard and start testing with it, to start learning lines and stuff and play lines, because they are literally thousands, I believe. Like, I believe they are truly thousands of play lines and thousands of combo sequences that this deck has. And I could not make a video going through them all because there's just so many. But you just got to look at what you want to do, and practically, like, you think of like the parables or the parables, whatever you plan it, what this deck can do, and pretty much this deck can do it. Like, if you go like, I want to end on a Reed Bear and Unicorn, you're gonna do it practically. There's so much consistency that you're gonna be able to get to that in some form or fashion. It's very seldom that a hand you get to doesn't have the access or the resources to get there, and they do happen. Those hands do happen. Seldom, but they do. If you like play the Ben 10 stuff, you're like, I want to get to a Reed Bear and Vanity Ruler. Like, pretty much almost any hand can get you to the way you want. It might take more resources than like a 2 or 3 card combo, but it can get you there to do it. And then like every other card in your hand in this deck, I've noticed, is just extension. It's just hand trap bait, pretty much. But anyway, guys, enough rambling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember, if you guys enjoyed this, to hit that subscribe button down below. And without further ado, guys, you guys stay safe and stay healthy. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.